Hello everyone and welcome back to my show Miracles Happen with One Good Thought. Today I'm going to be introducing health, talking about how you can improve your health, how you can begin to get your body cooperating with you in the most efficient, the most workable way that can allow you to create self-healing, that can allow your body to begin to heal, to begin to release stress, to begin to release tensions, to begin to release illness. Now, as I've mentioned on previous shows, all thought attracts your reality. All thought creates your reality. And that includes your body. It includes the very cells of your body. Do you know that your body is continually regenerating? Every 6 to 8 weeks you have a brand new skin. Every 3 days you have a brand new lining on your stomach. Every 12 weeks you have a brand new liver. Every 12 to 18 months you have a brand new bone structure because the cells of the body continually regenerate. Now, what causes the cells to regenerate in an imbalanced way, in a way that can create illness? In a lot of instances is stress. It's my personal belief that stress creates all illness. However, just for the sake of this show, most illnesses can be created by stress, and you'll hear it from the doctor. Oh, that's stress. Skin disorder. Irritable bowel syndrome, oh that's stress. Migraine, oh that's stress. Stomach ulcers, oh that's stress. And all sorts of different things, different situations. ME, stress, or chronic fatigue syndrome as it's called. Or even cancer, certain cancers, they relate to stress. They can bring it on or make it worse or make it more severe. So let's first of all ask that fundamental question. What is stress? Well, that's an easy answer. Stress is just a thought with a negative emotional state attached. I want you to hear that. Stress is just a thought with a negative emotional state attached. Wow, incredible. Incredible. A negative feeling thought can create such discomfort within the body, can create so many illnesses, can reduce the efficiency of the immune system so that you can pick up viruses and colds and flus. And all of this from that simple thing, stress, a negative thought with an emotional feeling attached. So, how do you begin to reverse this? Well, the first thing is to actually begin to move your thoughts in a different way. To begin to move your thoughts in a different direction. To begin to create positive feeling states. To begin to release the stress from the body and think thoughts that soothe you. Thoughts that allow you to focus on how well the body is. Now, there was a Japanese scientist, Dr. Majuro Emoto, and he did an experiment. He did an experiment with water crystals. And what it is on a microscopic level, these water crystals, healing was projected into them. Feelings of love, feelings of appreciation. And he got these people to focus on these water crystals, just a jug of water, focus in appreciation, focus in love, focus in healing. And under the microscope, these water crystals became all beautiful colours, beautiful shapes. They were absolutely wonderful, like beautiful snowflakes. And then just for the other side of the coin, he then got people to project hate, anger, frustration, all those different negative feeling emotions into those water crystals. And they became crimpled and discoloured, and they lacked vitality, lacked life. So what he actually established was that by focusing a particular thought with an emotional state, whether it be negative or positive, impacted upon those water crystals and made them blossom and bloom, or made them just become dry and frizzle up and look unhealthy. Now, when you think that your body is over 80% water, when you're projecting thoughts to yourself of criticism, of condemnation, of being worthless, just think about the impact that has upon your body. But your body loves you regardless, because it continues to be subjected sometimes for many years to these stressful, these negative emotional states, and it still strives for well-being, it still strives to create healthiness within you, it still works efficiently for you, until eventually it can't take no more, and that's when illness can take over. So, as we was talking earlier about these stressful thoughts, What can you begin to do right now? What can you begin to do right now to begin to release illness from your body? Well, the simple answer is to begin to build a better relationship with your body. To begin to think of your body in a completely different way. Let's look at this for an example. Your heart's beating now, beating perfectly. You're breathing. Your bodily temperature is maintained. You don't think about blinking or the water or the fluids moving around your body. Your body is such an efficient organic machine, and it's working so well in so many different ways. But as soon as something goes wrong, all people do is focus on the things that are going wrong with the body, focus on the discomfort within the body, focus on the pain within the body, completely forgetting all the things that it's doing so well. All the things that it's doing right for you, breaking down all the nutrients in the digestive system, sending the vitamins and minerals and all those different nutrients that the body requires for the various parts. And people forget this and they criticise it. How many people self-punish themselves every day? How many people look in the mirror and say, I'm too fat, oh I've got this spot, oh I'm ugly, oh do I really deserve their love? Many, many people do. And these are patterns of thought that are picked up through the years by someone you loved who spoke to you in that way, or by yourself sometimes, for the feeling that you're not worthy of what you want, that you're not worthy of doing the things that you can do. So, what I'd like you to do is to start to build a better relationship with your body. And you can do this instantly. I'd like you to think about someone you love now, whether it's a young child, or whether it's your mother, or whether it's your sister, or whether it's just a wonderful friend. And I want you to think about how they are. Are they a different shape, size? Are they fat? Do they have skin disorders? Do you know anybody who's in that situation? Do you love them any less as a result of that condition? Do you love them any less because their body's a little bit bigger than someone else's, or a bit thinner than someone else's? Do you love them any less because they may have a spot or a mole on their face? Do you love them any less because their skin is aging and they look older? Do you love them any less if they're walking with discomfort, bent over, with an arthritic condition? No. You love them and you appreciate them and you want them in your life. So why do people continue to condemn themselves? Continue to criticise themselves? No one would turn around and say, I don't like you because you're too fat, I don't like you because you're too thin, I don't like you because you've got spots on your face. You just wouldn't do it. You'd love them unconditionally. You look at the person they are. You look at the qualities they possess. You look at the personality type they are, and how they fit in with your life, and how they enhance your life, how they enhance the quality of your life. So, the exercises I'd like you to begin to try right now, to do actually, it doesn't take any effort, it doesn't even need to be tried, it's just something you can do. You start to look at your body in a different way now. Start to think of your body as independent from you. Rather than you being your body, think of you as being consciousness or mind inside your body. And begin to think of your body as something completely different. Begin to talk to your body as you would your friends, as you would your children. Loving them regardless. Appreciating your body regardless of its condition. Start to acknowledge all the things it does well. If you've got someone over there who's got a stutter, you wouldn't draw attention to that stutter. You'd tell them how well they communicate. You'd tell them how wonderful it is that they're in your life. You'd tell them they have fantastic hugs that they give you. You would share all of the positive aspects of that person that you know. You wouldn't highlight the thing that's wrong. But too many times now people highlight all the things that's wrong in the body. And what I'd like you to begin to do is to highlight what's going right. Start with the things that are going right. You're breathing now. You're breathing, just think of that, breathing. How wonderful is breath. Flows into the body, it oxygenates the blood, it invigorates. And you're breathing now with ease, with comfort, because your body loves you. Your heart is beating. You don't sit there and think, right, I've got to stop for a minute because I need to let my heart beat. Your heart just beats. And you trust that it will continue to beat. You don't think about your skin. You don't think about the cells regenerating each month. You just trust that it happens, it's a natural process. You just trust that your digestive system is working effectively. You just trust that you'll be able to get rid of the bodily waste out of the body. So when you look at all the things that are going well with your body, it's doing an incredibly amazing job. It's doing an efficient job. And it's doing this because it loves and appreciates you, regardless of how much you condemn, regardless of how much you criticise it. So this show is really about you beginning to create that better relationship. Beginning to think of your body as something independent of you. Something that's valued by you. Something that's cared for by you. Something that's loved by you. And if it helps, think of your body as someone you love dearly. Think of it as someone you truly care about. Look at a couple who get married in their youth and they get through to old age. They don't look at each other and say, I don't love you anymore because you're old and wrinkly. They don't turn around and say, I don't love you anymore because you're crippled and using a Zimmer frame. They just love the person that they are. They appreciate the qualities that they possess. They enjoy the time together. And when you think your body is with you every single day, it's never not with you. It's been with you from the day you were born. Because it loves you tremendously. It's working so well. So maybe you now can begin to focus on the things that your body's doing right. The things that your body is creating for you. All this incredible well-being. All this incredible calmness. All this incredible rejuvenation that's going on all of the time. And as you begin to focus on all the things that are going well, as you begin to appreciate your body, you can feel how comfortable it feels. You can feel your body delight in that appreciation. It's like shining a bright light upon it. And as you begin to do that, your body instantly starts to work, to thrive to that condition of healthiness. It begins to release the old patterns of thought from the cells of your body. And as you continue to appreciate more, when those cells regenerate, they no longer regenerate with that old pattern of that stressful thought. They begin to regenerate with new patterns of thought. Patterns that create wellness. Patterns that create healthiness. Patterns that create harmony within your body. I've worked with many, many clients with physical conditions, stressful conditions, depression, anxiety, irritable bowel syndrome, stomach ulcers, skin disorders, chronic fatigue syndrome, even allergies to electromagnetism. And when the most fundamental thing that I've done with each and every one of those clients is to get them to focus on how well their body is, to get them to build better relationships within their body, to get them to begin to believe and trust in their body again. The stressful thought that originally created it, well, many people allow things that create discomfort within them, negative emotion within them, to create this stress that created the condition. But whether that condition was created 2 weeks ago, 2 years ago or 20 years ago, just by beginning right now to start to build that better relationship, you can release all illness from your body. You begin to move forward in a new way. You can begin to let go of those old cellular patterns where that condition exists. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. Any condition can be soothed. Any condition can be improved. Any condition can go into what's called a remissive state. And all that's happened is you've decided that you've had enough and you've released the stressful emotion that created that condition to begin with. And I get people asking me, well, what can create this? What can do this? And usually the biggest cause of stress is by you behaving in a way to please someone else. For instance, let's take a young child for a start. Think of a young child. A young child now misbehaving. They want to play with their toys. Maybe the parent turns around and says, "No, you're not. It's too messy. You know, you need to clean that mess up." That instantly creates a feeling of discomfort within that child. And then as they resist carrying out that instruction, then it's a bit more severe. "I've told you to put those away. I've told you to do this." And that creates more and more negativity within the child. Now, I'm giving you a very small example, but there are all sorts of different examples. But as this situation is experienced over time, people become accustomed to that negative thought, that negative feeling. And sometimes this can become trapped within the mind, which ultimately traps it within the body. If someone's told they're stupid enough times, they start to believe it. When they believe it, they lack confidence. Then they feel they're out of control. Then they feel they have no choice but to behave in a way that pleases others, relinquishing their own freedoms. This creates stress. How many people work in careers or jobs which they used to enjoy thoroughly, then all of a sudden it seems hard work. All of a sudden it doesn't seem fun anymore. All of a sudden the boss is on at you all the time, wanting you to work so many different hours. All of a sudden, colleagues, there's dissension in the ranks. And all of these things create stress. All of these things create this negative emotional state. Whatever the reason, whether it's work, whether it's from childhood experience, whether it's just from burning your fingers, getting something out of the oven, it doesn't matter what it is, all stress can be released. And when you begin to slowly soothe this, when you begin to slowly release stress and tension from the body then can return to its natural state, which is wellness, which is harmony, which is creating cells that are balanced enough to bring that condition out of the body, to release it from the body, to allow it to wash away from the body. You can start right now. You don't even have to wait till the end of this show. Just begin to think right now. Think about what your body is doing right now. Think about all the wonderful things your body is doing right now. Revel in it. Enjoy it. Focus on it. You know, whatever the condition is, you have two choices at any one time. You can choose to focus on the problem, or you can choose to focus on what's going well. And all I'm asking you to do, I'm not asking you to believe me, I'm not asking you to try to do something. I'm just asking you right now to just have a go. Just have a go, and you'll be able to prove it to yourself. You'll be able to prove how effective you are at creating healthiness within you. It doesn't matter what the condition is. It doesn't have to be an illness. It can be a weight condition. If someone's continually focused on eating, continually focused on the body being fat, and they're disgusted by it, they're going to get more of it. The subconscious will just give you an exact replica of what you focus upon. So you'll just get bigger and bigger and bigger. But if you actually started to soothe yourself a bit more about your bodily condition, started to think, well, actually, if I start to think about this in a different way, maybe the body will give me new signals. Signals that would allow me to recognise when I'm full. Signals that will allow me to make better choices about the foods I'm eating. Signals that will allow me to eat those smaller portions. Signals that will motivate me to walk a little bit further every day. When you begin to focus in this way, consistently, and every single time the thought of the condition, or whatever it may be, in this instance being overweight, whenever that condition comes in to your thoughts, just begin to release it. Just say, I don't need to think about you right now. Instead, I choose to focus on what's going well. I choose to focus on freedom. I choose to focus on feeling soothed by my body. I choose to focus that my body knows exactly what it's doing. It knows exactly how to move forward. It knows exactly how to restore itself. You don't think about when you've got a cold, healing it. Your body just does it. Your immune system kicks in. It works efficiently. Your body created whatever condition it is, and your body has the ability to create the solution to. But in order to do that, it needs instructions from you, and it comes from those good feeling states. And when you begin to do that, then you'll recognise how powerful you are as creators, how powerful you are as human beings, and then you'll begin to recognise that, really recognise that thought has great leverage over the universe, over your body. And then the magic really begins. So this is the end of the first part of the show.
It is Mike England's personal belief that the techniques he uses can be of assistance in any physical condition. Over the years, his clients have enjoyed success and support with conditions like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, skin disorders, stress-related conditions, stomach ulcers of various types, panic attacks, bouts of depression, electromagnetic hypersensitivity, assisting people in boosting their immune system, helping with high blood pressure and asthma, allergies, hay fever, ME, chronic fatigue syndrome, sexual health problems. The list goes on. If you have any questions you would like to ask Mike, any physical condition that you might have, then please contact him on mike@freedomhypnosis.org.uk and he will personally get back to you.